That, or you, meaning the YouTube notification? Okay, there it is. So 16 seconds. Week 10 rushes and 100 yards. Of course, he's going to get 100 yards. That's a given. Gentlemen, I'm 8-1, so we're in week 10. I got that right. I think I put week 10. It's Buffalo at San Diego. EA Sports, if you're paying attention. San Diego Chargers do not have throwback uniforms from the 90s. Why? Well, the same with the Cincinnati Bengals. Why do you include, some teams get like 100 throwback options, and some teams that aren't as popular, there's one. San Diego has, well, I should say two, because all the AFL teams have theirs, but let's see. Buffalo is 8-1 money. I think it's the artwork, and they don't want to include everything. They only include the real popular teams have all their choices. So it's the Buffalo Bills at the Los Angeles Chargers. So anyway, I put the Chargers in their 70s throwbacks because that's as close as I could get. When I get in the alternate Super Bowl, when San Diego makes it, they're in either these 70s uniforms or the modern, so it won't matter. But I don't have a notification that you're watching. That's strange. Yeah. I don't know, because I'm kicking off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go.
Brad Del Wieso on the kickoff. So I am playing a football game in a soccer stadium, and here's the unrealistic part. It's full. The stadium is sold out. That must be because the Bills are in town. Because they certainly aren't selling out in Los Angeles for either the Rams or Chargers. And especially not in the soccer stadium in Carson, California.
If you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that changed around.
Yeah, you're about 10 seconds behind. I got 1 viewer. The Nate Odom's on the corner blitz. So, alright, so the... Oh, Rose is calling. I gotta pause the game. Sorry, people. I'm coming. Okay. Sorry about that, people. Family things come first sometimes. Okay, so where was I? Oh yes, Nate Odom's on the corner blitz with a sack. 1986 resim. Voting is still open till 8 a.m. Currently it's the Giants and Chargers that is winning. Out of breath now. Okay. This house is longer than yeah, this house is longer than I think it is. 1950. Yeah. Give a little update to any viewers. And they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment. Well, probably is. What are they going to do on 3rd and 31? A little update on the 1960 situation for those that have watched and know that I accidentally overwrote the file. Had to start over. Got the Giants And the Packers and the Steelers 50% done. I'm going to work on the Bills in the morning.
But it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments. And
John M., by the way, is playing a career game where he's with a what, defensive end? Huh.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
So he is playing true fantasy football. But with that said, I'm going to be doing something similar where I put myself back into 2001 where I should have been drafted had I actually been good. And I'm going to work on that roster tomorrow. I ended up with the 2001 Detroit Lions. I'm replacing Mike McMahon, who lasted 3 years in the NFL. Nothing against Mike McMahon, it's just a place I selected when I drew the name. Oh, that was a bad play.
You're expected to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice.
You there?
What you do is you come deepest to deepest
Oh,
offensive
okay.
player,
You good.
so he can't get outside of you.
They'll look to throw here.
Ah.
But in the end, the pressure
Huh.
too great.
Well, this is going to be a defensive game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here.
Jim Kelly steps on the guy's face on his way by him. See, they had a 3rd and 31. I have a 3rd and 22.
Defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Looking deep downfield.
First down. Actually, it's going to be a touchdown.
20, 10, and all.
Well, when you have 2 Hall of Fame wide receivers at your disposal.
Jordan Matthews.
No, it's not Jordan Matthews. It's James Lofton.
And the Bills have taken the early lead.
I really don't get why the announcers do that this year, why they call them by their original characters' names. No.
When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really
Oh,
well
yeah.
for them.
And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So the drive there, they went 80
Okay, so
yards in 3
3rd and
plays.
22, Kelly to Lofton.
And a Bills touchdown.
That's the way it was drawn up. Now, let's see. This is week 10. Back in 91, the Bills in week 10, they played the New England Patriots at home. They beat the Patriots 22-17. It was kind of a snowy day. Ooh, nice hit.
Starting field position. He'll get this one all the way to about the 35.
You're really trying hard to watch your language since we're on YouTube, aren't you? And this is probably why you don't go commentate live when you do your games.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy. Oh, you understand the same way.
I don't think I've ever mentioned our line of work, nor do I plan to. If I have, it was accidentally. Not that we do anything illegal, people, just it's not for public consumption.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Roll over, get him. There we go. Now that's a hell of a sack. And there's an injury. That was like a spider drill right there. Laying down flat on his back, gets up and makes a form tackle. I don't know who the injury was on.
2nd down, Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose.
Leon Seals just leaped over the blocker like he was Spider-Man. I don't think I ever saw Leon Seals get that high in the air. Yeah.
And some
I think it surprised himself.
For the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers.
And there's another sack. My goodness, that's like Phil Hansen's 3rd sack already.
That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last
Oh, who's the injury on? Bruce Smith. Bruce Smith, bruised shoulder, would return soon. We're going to keep that at him in. Oh, man, that's going to suck if Bruce gets hurt. That's it. I'm leading the league in rushing yards, rushing touchdowns with Thomas. Sacks with Bruce Smith, and I'm up there with interceptions with Henry Jones. I think you're leading the league in touchdown passes. Yeah. I don't know, this is one thing, I like the way that Tecmo Super Bowl used to lay out the stats. I know it wasn't as many, but it was just much cleaner. You can go through them quicker.
To the 33-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 107 yards. He'll drop to throw. When you turn in good, consistent performances each and every week, you will rank in the top 10 in the league in receiving.
What else do I update? Oh, the Ultimate Super Bowl got the Raiders and the Cowboys rosters both 75% done. October 29th will be the date of that game. Super Bowl 8. If you're watching this and haven't yet joined on Facebook, search for the Super Bowl Club or Super Bowl of the Month Club. Super Bowls.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Ooh, what was that? You want to see a glitch? Take a look at this play. Take a look at the end of this play and you'll see a glitch.
I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages.
Kind of just slowly sits down.
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total scary. They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Madden 16, which is the game I'm doing for the 86 resims, has some really weird glitches. When players are going on the field, it doesn't matter. There's always somebody that's wrong. Like Jim Kelly went on defense onto the field. They're standing in the huddle. They're going for the. Gonna go for it, but Brad, give me a kicker. Tony Franklin is warming up to kick the field goal, but the Patriots are going for it. I mean, there's just some really weird glitches where offensive guys are getting the defensive huddle and vice versa. But when the play starts, it's right. It's kind of thrown me off doing the commentary thing where I'm trying to be in character as a commentator in that time frame, and here's Jim Kelly going on the defensive. I know he fancied himself a linebacker, but still.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Yeah. Well, I'm not a color man.
They'll drop to throw.
Oh, not the way. Well, I don't do commentary for these games because it's too much to pay attention to when I'm trying to call plays. And I figured for the Vinny Vincent career, when I do that one, I'm gonna do like DVD commentary, looking back at the game from at the end of my career. And of course, we don't know if it's a 1-game career or 17 years because I'm not gonna be controlling it. Oh, come on, that's defensive holding right there. No, it was not Jordan Matthews. Would you stop? It was James Lofton. Let's see what we got here. There's a play.
Knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
They'll set up a throw.
Don Beebe.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
That drive got a little too stressful for my liking. Oh, Atlanta is 4-5. Hopefully that doesn't go that way in real life, but if they keep giving up 4th quarter comebacks, they're already 3-2. Although Buffalo didn't come back on them, Buffalo led the whole game.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
14-0.
Here's Franks now to kick this one away. Oliver now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
I still have mine. I don't have my college jersey. I don't have my college jersey, but I have the next number up. It's a long story on why I have that one. Then I have my semi-pro jersey.
A lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 25.
Well, the team was much better when I played than when you played.
Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
I played the one because I was hurt and had to retire. Although I made my triumphant return in 2003 in the semi-pros for one game. And thankfully my defensive coordinator put me in. For those who don't know, my defensive coordinator is this guy right here. And I was always an offensive player. In fact, I was an offensive coach on that team, but I suited up for the last game because we were low on players, and I played, what, 3 or 4 snaps at defensive end. Go for a quarterback in high school to a defensive end in the semi-pros because I have a affinity for spaghetti and meatballs. We'll put it that way. I still ate the athlete's meals, even though I wasn't an athlete anymore.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits.
I wonder when the Chargers switched from this yellow and blue to a blue and white look.
It actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback.
It was before I started watching, because when I started watching, like seriously watching football around, I started watching in '88, but I really started paying attention in '91. It was the blue and white look by then. I always said that because you get especially get this with Buffalo Bills fans on what their favorite uniform combination is. I always say that, like, my son loves the current look. I like the 90s look. The guy I worked with when I was downstate likes the 1960s look. It all depends on when you fell in love with the team. Yeah, that's when you. Yep. Well, like my wife likes the NY because that's when she started liking the Giants.
He'll look to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Was that me?
A yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No, I'm running my game plan pretty much.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down.
I'm getting really good at it too.
This inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Really? Yeah, I don't think I have either, to be honest.
As they run the counter play.
Come on, did he roll for the 1st down? Yes, he rolled on top of the guy for the 1st down.
But that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
They're really kind of fighting me on the run. I haven't had a lot of sledding going on the run, but
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I got Kenneth Davison right now, so I lose a step anyway.
Looking to throw. On the move to his left.
Oh.
His throw incomplete. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
The way he's been slinging in the first half.
Not going to have this easy, though. I'm definitely not going to have it this season when we get into 1960, because the Bills were just bad. They do make the playoffs by 63, though, so I should start building on the roster then. You've got a team that's coming off 3 straight NFL title game appearances. They took... Oh, almost threw an interception. They took 60 off and then went back again, 61, 62, and 63, so you're pretty stacked. We know how good Green Bay is. He's got Hall of Famers everywhere. And Pittsburgh's got 2 at least so far. They got John Henry Johnson at fullback and Bobby Lane at quarterback. Through the first 50 jersey numbers there. Plus they got a Pro Bowl safety. I can't think of his name right now, but...
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka.
I got something weird when I was doing getting the Raiders ready for the 1973 season. I went and put in Doug Atkinson. I'm not even sure if that's the right first name, but we'll go with that, Doug Atkinson. I know it was Atkinson. Maybe it was Dave Atkinson. Anyways, it was the kick returner. So I put him in, and then I'm going through, and as I'm looking for another, there's a Doug Atkinson III on the Raiders currently. Like, well, it's been 40 years. I guess it could technically be enough where the guy had a son and had another son, and he's now on the Raiders too. It's not uncommon, but...
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough.
Yeah, they're pretty smart to run away from Bruce.
Running game yet. The question is, will they? That one good for 10 yards.
You only had 1 touchdown. So what does it do when you're on offense? Does it go into like the moments thing, or do you just skip to the next defensive?
That's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Do you ever get taken out of the game, substitution-wise?
The Chargers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon.
Oh, right up the middle on me.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers
I've never tried it.
First down.
I've never tried it. 2-minute warning. Thought about doing it with this career thing, but you gotta see the way my dog is sleeping right now. Oh, she looked at me. She's not sleeping. So her 2 front feet were off the couch and her back end was on the couch.
We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley in our EA Sports halftime report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
He was looking for
well, I've only ever done it as a quarterback because that's what I wanted to be when I was a kid.
They've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Oh, shoot.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Got a man over
Shoot.
the middle. It's Williams.
You retired up there.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This one
You know,
taken just inside the 10.
Ooh, out. I suppose I could have put them in white pants. That would have looked more like the 90s. Oh well.
Here comes Nathan Peterman out for his next drive. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes. No interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and flip.
Why would he step out of bounds on that? You're breaking up, by the way. Which, no, I do not want to run a freaking option play. What are you giving up on? The community gives up that much? I doubt that. I bet you the community goes for it on 4th down more often than not. Well, you're a typical video game player, of course you do. Internet connection quality is currently not sufficient to broadcast gameplay. I get that at least once a game. And I'm plugged directly into my Wi-Fi booster, so I don't know.
They got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Colton Schmidt, fourth-year man from UC Davis, on to punt it away.
No, it is not Colton Schmidt from UC Davis. It is Chris Moore, and he's 6'5", largest punter in NFL history, I think.
That's taken on the 25.
Ooh. Yep. You guess what? The computers decided they want to take over the game now.
Nearly sprung him as it is. It'll go as
Yep.
a 19-yard return.
I said, no fair, we're getting our butts kicked. It's our time to turn up our sliders.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the catch there.
I'm sure our audience will love to hear that.
As many times as he'll hustle his guys to the line. Throwing Rivers.
Yeah.
Caught by Gates, left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, you broke up.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Yeah, Jenny's got your number. Huh.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Do you get the sense, Brandon, that people are trying to retire Antonio Gates? They keep thinking this is almost the end of the line, and then he keeps making catches like the one we just saw there.
He's the old reliable.
Must be annoying.
One of 9 players in the NFL with 100 or more touchdowns.
Yeah, they probably do.
From the red zone now.
Even if they have one that's like one number off, because I'm sure people don't remember that much. You know, they might get a number wrong here or there and call the wrong one accidentally. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
If you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there.
There's some retro sports gym that has that as their number. For the 1-800.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing
3rd and 10 from 16.
Hard to
Let me go back to Bruce. I don't know playing around here.
That pass goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first.
You know what else is not fair? Is how when they go to try to drive you off sides, the camera moves. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's now going to be a 3-point game. Hey, I don't have a viewer anymore. That's what I'm saying.
And still put the ball in the end zone.
Just a methodical.
Oh, well, look at this. Look at this.
Good to make it a 17-14 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive.
Did you see that yet?
And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff team on the field now.
Oh, the extra point. Yeah. Look at the extra point.
This will be fielded at the 8.
Ooh, I just got choke slammed.
He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So I had a great first quarter.
Larry, go back to the green room, my friend.
Not so good fourth quarter or second quarter.
So both teams have their marching orders.
See if I can turn it on.
Again here in quarter number 3. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good effort on
I do have a kick return for a touchdown on the year, but that was by Steve Tasker. Yeah. What game was it? I want to say it was the Bronco. No. Because that game I won 10-7. It was the second game, the Panther game.
Tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half.
Did you play the Chargers? Yeah, you played the Chargers.
They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, he'll try and run the counter. And he will lose.
Thurman Thomas and Ryan rushes 34 yards.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on third and long,
oh, come on, catch that.
The contact made the ball roam free and brings
Gonna have to punt now.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly
So,
why they have the lead.
I don't know if you saw any of Thursday Night Football tonight, the Raiders and the Chiefs.
I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit.
There was a scrum, you know, one of those defensive player. Oh, I just hit the kick returner. No flag. Huh, how about that? Defensive player hit the quarterback late. Bad play. The offensive lineman immediately went to the defender quarterback. The right thing. Marshawn Lynch come running on the field, which don't ever do, kids. If you're on the bench, stay on the bench. Referee tries to separate them. Lynch pushes the referee, gets thrown out. I just don't understand that kind of mentality. Don't go on the field. My advice to any young athletes, if there's a fight, first of all, don't get in a fight on the football field, baseball field, whatever. But don't go on if your team, because it's much worse for you if you leave the bench.
The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Yeah, I mean, it's an automatic in the NFL. It's an automatic $30,000 fine for hitting a ref.
They keep it on the ground again. Gordon.
Well, I'm sure it doesn't really affect Marshawn Lynch much, but you know, the Raiders won the game in the long run, but they still could have. They possibly could have used him.
Just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4 down defensive linemen. They feel like they can cover more.
See right here, it says I have no viewers now. I don't necessarily. Yeah.
On second down. They'll run with Gordon.
What the?
And he tried to bounce it
My fingers are too freaking. Oh, another injury. This one is a Charger. I can see it. My
And now time is called as we've got an
Yeah, they're gonna
injured
actually
Charger
stop
down
this one
there
because he's on the Bills
field.
bench.
We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this.
Yep.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. On play action, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers
Jailbreak.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon
Henry
this
Jones on the
offensive line
sack.
is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Matt Darr now, standing right on his own 5-yard line.
Oh, yeah. I tell you, Romo is doing much better as a color commentator than I expected. It was very entertaining. Yeah, he's very entertaining. He's seeing the field as a quarterback. This is what makes me wonder why more quarterbacks don't become color commentators. Usually it's linemen. Yeah, usually it's linemen. But other than like Dan Fouts. But he's looking at the field through the quarterback's eyes, so he's able to break down and read the defenses and really give insight into what you're seeing.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. A handoff as they run the counter play. Room to run inside.
There we go.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races.
No, it is not LaShawn McCoy. Who's out of bounds?
LaShawn McCoy, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills
I was gonna say, I just made San Diego look goofy. Or San Diego. Los Angeles.
Because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
No, the previous play was a 43-yard touchdown run in which I juked one guy and then spun the second one.
Getting him in for 6 points. Here's Franks now to kick this one away.
I think you should get a single point if you can kick the ball through the uprights on a kickoff.
So out come the Chargers. These guys
Yeah.
punt their last
Well, in
possession.
Canada, there's a rule where if you don't return the ball out of the end zone, no matter what it is, it's a single. The other team gets a single. So if you punt the ball, like the coffin corner punt in the NFL is exciting, but if you punt the ball in the end zone in the Canadian Football League, they have to return it, or they give up a point. Same with a kick, fumble recovery, whatever. So like on that kickoff right there, or I kick the ball through the back of the end zone, that's 1 point for me. Now the field in the NFL is, or the CFL is a lot bigger, so it's harder to kick it through the end zone because it's a friggin' 20-yard end zone. Yeah. 75 yards wide, 120 yards long, 110 yards long with 20-yard end zone. So it's 150 yards long. I believe it's soccer field dimensions. I'm not sure. I don't know soccer, so fumble, buffalo ball. Henry Jones. Who else? For a guy who doesn't start. Henry Jones has been all over the place. He's got 5 sacks, leads the league in interceptions, just recovered a fumble.
Took the contact and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Superstar Destroyer, you mean? I saw a video where they compared sizes of all these science fiction. It's on YouTube somewhere. They actually compared them in relation to like the Earth and stuff. I don't think the.
But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Yeah.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
I do not believe that the
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to
Oh, what did they call it? Oh, I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm embarrassed as a Star Wars fan.
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Well, my fullback had run away from the corner of the end zone. What was he doing out there?
Now a handoff here to his running back.
That's alright. He threw the key block. That put me in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. 15th rushing touchdown of greater than 20 yards this season. That's got to be some kind of record right there.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
31-14 in the third quarter. But everybody has been having all their touchdowns in this one end zone. So in the fourth quarter, San Diego did it again. Los Angeles' chance. I'm interested to see what this stadium's going to look like, though, when they get it built. This new stadium for the Rams and Chargers.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this.
Have you seen the Golden Knights uniforms for the hockey team in Las Vegas? It's kind of cool. The mask actually looks like a V if you look at it. The logo is a goalie mask, and it kind of looks like it's in the shape of a V. Shoot, okay. Buffalo was playing them the other day. When I was watching the game, they took a 4-1 lead. Las Vegas did a 4-1 lead on Buffalo. Buffalo came back, put it in overtime, and then lost. But of course, it's hockey, so you get a point for the overtime loss.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little
I'm still waiting for Buffalo's rebuilding to kick in and then be good again.
Locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
You are? Huh. That was not a goal. I didn't realize you were... Are you a Sabres fan? I don't know, why did I picture you as... Huh. Why did I picture you as a Rangers fan? Maybe it's because you're a Giants fan, I don't know. I always have to laugh at some of the sports teams' combinations I know. Like, at a place I used to work, there was no less than three guys who were New England Patriots and New York Yankee fans. How does that go together? But it's right now. Well, that one is more or less... ask them what their basketball team is and guarantee it's the Lakers. No, that's what one of these guys is. He's a Patriots fan, a Yankees fan, and a Lakers fan. And I'm sure if he watches this video, I'm going to get roasted, but I doubt he'll watch it. He grew up on Long Island, so that one's even weirder. How do you become a Patriots fan on Long Island? And he's not of the age where you'd say, oh, well, he's just a fair weather Patriots. No, he's older. He's old enough to remember them being bad, so.
As we get going in quarter number 4.
Yeah. Post Tony Eason, when they had guys like Scott Zolak starting, who does the radio now for New England.
Rivers again. Gates has it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Oh yeah. Well, most Sabres fans, especially ones I know, hate the black and red look. They never liked it. They're glad they went back to the blue and yellow, and I get that. But when I first got into hockey, they were wearing black and red, so I kind of like that look. Well, yeah, they're the Georgia Bulldog colors. The only thing bad about the black and red is the red and black. And I don't mean Ottawa. The Ottawa Red Blacks. See, it's the fourth quarter now in San Diego. Los Angeles is moving right down the field. I mean, it's that same end zone. All the scoring has happened. How does that happen?
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time.
I like you. If you hunt and search long enough online, you can find like jerseys from the movie The Longest Yard, or the program or something. Yeah.
That was good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about four-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
That one.
So pick up the first down after the run.
First and goal from the 1 foot line.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon.
Come on, push him back. Come on, tackle him. There we go.
Going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play.
There's a couple uniform things that aren't right. Obviously, I mentioned the lack of throwbacks, especially away jerseys. Cornelius Bennett had a face mask that you'd wonder how he saw through it. That's not on the game. Mark Kelso's shell on his helmet for concussions. Some of the neck rolls, they only have 1 on the game, and there were several. There was the Brian Cox. It was like a neck. It was like a board almost. And then yeah, and then there was that guy in San Francisco. I just posted that picture on Facebook earlier. The guy in San Francisco had something that was like that, but it was folded over.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So
Romanowski
on 4th down.
Yeah.
Gotta try it here.
I think so.
Back to throw.
Throws it, intercepted in the end zone. Henry Jones. No, not Micah Hyde. Henry Jones. 5th interception this season. Micah Hyde probably wasn't even born in '91. Although he's been a real great addition to the Bills. So I'm up by 17. It's funny, they want me to get my 15th rushing touchdown of the season. That's the drive goal. The last touchdown they scored, they said, was the 15th rushing touchdown of the season. So what is it?
Give him 3 on first down.
Did I have already gotten it, or do I need to get it?
And now they're in the hurry up.
Or maybe that was the 15th touchdown of over, because I've had pass reception touchdowns. No, it said season milestone 15th rushing touchdown. No, shoot. Hot route square. We want to go with a smart 9.
They're going to look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
That's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that,
drive goal. Oh, I missed it.
for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Over the middle, he's got
First down. Darn.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 20.
I was going to say, shouldn't your drive goals be more like this one? 5th sack for Leon Seals. Shouldn't your drive goals be more about you? Like get your...
with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz it because
oh, okay.
if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
Now, can you switch players?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I have to try that out. Yeah. Well, you've learned your way through for years of doing it one way. I mean, basically, Madden, since its inception, you could switch players. I think you could switch players in Tecmo Bowl, couldn't you? My favorite was like if the nose tackle, especially Jerry Ball for Detroit, you can get like 99 sacks a season. Just as soon as the ball is snapped, go under the center. And there was a certain formation, or certain player you could block most kicks on too. It was the one right above the gap.
Third and short yardage, Rivers going underneath for Gordon. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the
Melvin Gordon's back in the game, so he couldn't have been too injured. He just caught a pass. They've played this.
That'll bring up second down.
Played this whole quarter in my end.
Seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game.
Sack.
Down he goes. Pressure gets
Leon Seals got the drive goal.
Shaq Lawson.
No, it's not Shaq Lawson.
And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Third and long for Rivers.
Oh, Bruce gets his hand up. 4th down. Can I stop him on 2 consecutive 4th downs inside the 20? Last time I intercepted it on 4th.
It almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath.
Oh, they got Bruce dropping into coverage.
Bad for your team.
Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down.
Intercepted. Henry Jones.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
He was not running.
At the 12-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium.
Well, now we're at the point where I don't have to throw the ball again. I'm up by 17. However, the Bills did score 21 points in 77 seconds in 1990, so.
As they run the counter play. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This what happens
oh, there. It's like synchronicity.
Because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people.
Make sure you change the title. You have the same title for all your videos.
2nd down following the run.
Oh. Somebody's texting me. Oh. I don't have to. Yeah, I do. That's the play clock. Okay, I got to run one play.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to be
122 yards rushing on 17 carries, 2 touchdowns. After a bad first half. Yep. I had those 2 big runs that really helped it. But they're not going to call timeouts. They've conceded. I was trying to explain that to my son earlier because he was losing to Atlanta in our season. And I said, kept trying at first. He just barely missed blocking a field goal and they went up by 11. And then they get the ball back with like 30 seconds to go. I said, don't call play. He's like, why not? I was like, you're down by 11 with 10 seconds left. You don't call play. You're on your own 10. You're just going to get yourself hurt. So the Bills win. They get to 8-1. Were they 8-1? Yeah, they get to 8-1. This is week 10, but I've had my bye. Oh, so now we're waiting on the Giants to play their game for this week.
They've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now, and they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, no biggie.
Meanwhile, for the home team here, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday afternoon at around 3:30 Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Dallas.
Ooh, Los Angeles has a Thanksgiving Day game
For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the
against Dallas.
men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL.
All right, I'm going to stop broadcasting now. Thank you everybody for watching. Good night.